The smell of burnt sugar. The first thing Lydia Moreau noticed about death was how it smelled like burnt sugar. Not the sweet, caramelized kind she coaxed from butter and brown sugar in her pecan pies. This was acrid, chemical, the scent of a life overcooked. It clung to the hospital corridor where her husband, Daniel, had died alone at 3:17 a.m. on a Tuesday in March. She had arrived at 3:42, still wearing her apron dusted with flour, clutching a Tupperware of lemon bars she'd baked because he loved them when he was sick. The nurse had shaken her head. Too late. Beatrice had not come. Victor had sent flowers, white lilies, the funeral kind. A card, our condolences. Work emergency. Lydia stood in the morgue, staring at Daniel's cold hand, and realized two things. She was now the last living member of her nuclear family. The smell of burnt sugar would never leave her. She was 48 then. The bakery, Moreau's Sweet Refuge on Bleecker Street, closed 6 months later. The landlord tripled the rent. The regulars dwindled. Beatrice, freshly married to Victor Lang, art dealer extraordinaire, had stopped visiting years earlier. "Mom, we're building a brand. Your little shop is quaint, but it's not scalable." Lydia sold the ovens. Donated the aprons. Kept one thing, Daniel's old rolling pin, scarred and smooth from decades of use. She moved into a rent-controlled studio above a bodega in Harlem, where the radiator hissed like a dying cat and the neighbors played bachata at 2 a.m. She baked for no one. The Billionaire in the soup kitchen. Elias Crane came every Thursday. He wore a threadbare coat, a knit cap pulled low, and carried a canvas tote that said MoMA member. No one knew he owned half the buildings on the Upper East Side. He sat at the folding table in the basement of St. Agnes Church, ate Lydia's chili, and never spoke unless spoken to. One night, snow piling against the windows, he lingered after the others left. "Your cornbread," he said, voice like gravel soaked in bourbon. "It tastes like my mother's. She died when I was 7. Lydia wiped her hands on her apron, flour-stained, patched, the last one she owned. "Recipe's older than you." He smiled, a rare thing. "I'm 92. She laughed. "Then it's older than both of us." They talked. About loss. About children who forgot you. About the way grief settles in the bones like damp rot. Elias never asked for pity. Lydia never offered it. He started bringing her books, first editions, wrapped in brown paper. The Joy of Cooking, 1931. Larousse Gastronomique. A dog-eared copy of MFK Fisher. She read them by flashlight when Cone shut off her power. One Thursday, he didn't come. The next week, a lawyer did. "Mr. Crane passed," the man said, handing her an envelope. He left instructions. Inside, a key to a warehouse in Red Hook, a deed to a brownstone in Harlem, and a bank statement showing $10 million in her name. And a letter, in Elias's shaky scrawl. "Lydia. You fed me when I was invisible. Now I feed you. Use this to remind the world that some things can't be bought. Only baked. E." She cried in the church bathroom, mascara running into the chili pot. The black envelope arrived on a Wednesday, slipped under her door like a threat. "You are cordially invited to bid on the absence of a lifetime. Lot 17, The Silence of Lydia Moreau. Opening bid, $500,000. She recognized Beatrice's handwriting on the insert, "A mother's love is priceless." Her absence? A bargain. Lydia called Martha. Martha arrived with a bottle of mezcal and a plan. "They're selling your silence?" Martha said. "Like you're a fucking NFT?" "I want to bid," Lydia said. "On yourself?" "Through a proxy. I want to watch them sell me. Then I want to buy me back." Martha grinned. "You're not just rich now, Liddy. You're dangerous." They built a team. Juno, a performance artist who owed Lydia for pulling her out of a heroin spiral. Rico, a hacker who'd once fixed Lydia's ancient mixer with a paperclip. Delphine, a retired forger who could make a driver's license look like the Mona Lisa. They created Madame Laveau, a New Orleans art patron with a mysterious fortune and a taste for revenge. The auction house. The auction was held in a decommissioned bank on Madison Avenue. The vault had been converted into a bar. The teller's windows displayed lots like museum cases, a lock of Kurt Cobain's hair, a voicemail from Princess Diana, a single tear from a dying nun preserved in resin. Lydia arrived as Madame Laveau, crimson silk gown, black lace mask, a cane topped with a silver skull. Juno sat in the front row, paddle 44 ready. Beatrice and Victor were already there. Beatrice and Emerald, clutching Victor's arm. Victor scanning the room like a hyena. The auctioneer, Vivian Locke, had a voice that could sell ice to penguins. Lot 1, the final voicemail of a rock star. Opening bid, $50,000. Paddles rose. Lydia sipped champagne and watched her daughter's face on the monitor. Beatrice looked gaunt. Victor's hair had gone silver. They were desperate. Lot 17 came last. The lights dimmed. A spotlight hit an empty chair. Ladies and gentlemen, Vivian purred. We present an extraordinary opportunity. The silence of Lydia Moreau. A mother. A baker. A woman erased from her daughter's life for 20 years. 1 year of guaranteed absence. No drama. No guilt. No inheritance claims. Imagine the freedom. Beatrice stepped forward, eyes bright with rehearsed tears. My mother, she was always too much. Too present. Too needy. This isn't about money. It's about closure. Victor added, we're giving her what she always wanted. Peace. Lydia's fingers tightened around her glass. Opening bid, $500,000. Paddle 12, $600,000. Paddle 27, $750,000. Paddle 44, Juno, raised slowly. 1 million. Gasps. Victor's head snapped toward Juno. Beatrice whispered, who is that? The bidding climbed. 2 million. 3. A tech bro in a hoodie. A dowager in pearls. A Saudi prince on a satellite feed. At 4 million, Victor leaned over to Beatrice. We only need 2 to clear the gallery debt. Let it go. But Beatrice's eyes were wild. No. We need all of it. The brownstone. The warehouse. Everything. Juno raised her paddle. 5 million. The room stilled. Vivian smiled. 5 million going once. Beatrice stood. 5 million 5. Victor hissed, we don't have that. We'll remortgage. We'll sell the Moreau. We need this. Lydia watched her daughter bid her own fortune into oblivion. 5 million 5 going once, twice, sold to paddle 19. Beatrice collapsed into Victor's arms, sobbing with relief. Lydia set her glass down. Showtime. The unmasking. She walked to the stage. The crowd parted. Security moved to stop her, but Juno flashed a badge, Martha's handiwork. Lydia removed her mask. Beatrice's scream was audible over the murmurs. Mom? Victor went white. This is a stunt. She's crashing the auction. Vivian, unflappable, smiled. Madame Laveau, I presume? Lydia Moreau, she corrected. The lot you just sold. She turned to the crowd. 20 years ago, my daughter told me I was suffocating. So I left. I baked for strangers. I fed the homeless. I buried my husband alone. And tonight, my silence was worth $5,500,000. She gestured to Juno, who wheeled out a cart. On it, a single slice of Lydia's famous Bourbon pecan pie. But some things can't be bought. Only baked. She picked up the slice. Took a bite. Chewed slowly. Beatrice lunged forward. Mom, please. Lydia raised a hand. You bid $5,500,000 for 1 hour of my time. Congratulations. You won. She sat in the empty chair, crossed her legs. The hour starts now. Silence. Beatrice tried tears. I was wrong. I was young. Victor said. Lydia licked bourbon glaze from her thumb. Victor tried charm. We can be a family again. The gallery. Lydia examined her nails. At minute 43, Beatrice broke. I hate you, she screamed. You're doing this to punish me. Lydia finished the pie, wiped her mouth with a linen napkin. No, darling, she said softly. I'm doing this to free you. You paid $5 million to never have to think about me again. Enjoy your purchase. She stood. The crowd erupted in applause. The pie that stayed. The fallout was swift. Page 6, Mother crashes auction, eats pie in $5.5 million revenge. Beatrice and Victor's gallery was boycotted. Creditors circled. The mural was seized. Lydia's pie became a meme. Hashtag some things can't be bought trended for weeks. She used the $10 million wisely. The Harlem brownstone became the Crane House, a residency for formerly homeless artists. The Red Hook Warehouse, the Silence Bakery, where women over 60 learned to bake and to leave toxic families. The auction house? She bought it. Renamed it the Absence Gallery. First exhibit, a single empty chair and a slice of pie under glass. 6 months later, a letter arrived. Mom. I'm in therapy. I left Victor. I sold the gallery. I'm living in a studio in Bushwick. I bake every day. Your bourbon pecan. It tastes like guilt. I don't expect forgiveness. I just wanted you to know I'm trying to be the daughter you deserved. Not the one I sold. Love, Beatrice. Lydia read it on her terrace, the city humming below. She folded the letter, slipped it into her apron pocket, and went inside to start the dough. Some things couldn't be bought. But maybe, just maybe, they could be baked back together. One pie at a time. The Absence Gallery's grand reopening featured a new lot. Lot 1, 1 hour with Lydia Moreau. Opening bid, 1 honest conversation. Only 1 paddle rose. Beatrice. Lydia smiled. Going once. And for the first time in 20 years, she didn't eat alone. They forgot their mother for 20 years. Now they're auctioning her silence $4 5.000.000. But money can buy absence, never love. Some things can't be bought. Only baked. Pie.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. Watch the full video for more details.